What's up guys, today I'm gonna show you my altcoin watch list part 2. Yesterday I dropped part 1, but the video was taking a little bit too long, so I want to continue today with the rest of it. Before we dive into it, Bitcoin looking on the higher time frame, pretty freaking bullish if you ask me. I always said like, okay, I think that the bottom for Bitcoin is in, and I say I think, I'm not sure. Of course, you never know what could happen, but it doesn't mean we cannot go down from here, right? If we compare to last cycle, the red line is a year before the Bitcoin halving, and if we compare there, if you look at the stochastic RSI as well, we were pretty overbought or getting overbought in this territory, but that was just the first leg up, right? And after that, we, like every pre-halving year, got that, well, not a double bottom, but a slightly higher low. And we still can do this before we start with the real bull market right here. Altcoins follow Bitcoin. It's just what it is. Altcoins don't start the next bull run, right? Bitcoin starts the next bull run, altcoins follow. But altcoins are in this case really running more than half a year behind on Bitcoin. So we really want to see Bitcoin doing well and holding steady before we can even talk about, you know, altcoins doing really well and exploding and all of that. But therefore you do have to prepare. All right. Therefore, I'm gonna give you my watch list right now for you to get some inspiration off of, maybe to use it as a part of your research. But don't buy it. Right, don't buy it because I said like, hey, this is my watch list. Because I'm not saying this is the best time to buy right now. Anyway, I yesterday left off with Chainlink. The next one on my list is Matic. Matic is a coin with the, you know, the partnerships are so insane, and this is one of the best L2s out there. It's just, it's the project itself is just very good, but the hype is there and the money is there, that they have the runway, right? Like I don't see Matic die or anything. And a lot of people agree with that, I think. Otherwise, right, like Matic never, you know, got that wrecked, right? Matic, yeah, okay, it came down from $3 to like 30 cents right here. I still think that we can get a cheaper Matic than where we are right now, but back to 30 cents, I don't know about that, to be honest. Also, if we look at where we are right now, it has trouble with the bull market support band since a couple of months already. So it shows that Matic is now again on its way down. And I would like to see where it can go. If we look at Matic on its Bitcoin pair, you obviously see that it's sitting quite near the lows, right? We had a low right here with a slightly higher low right here, but it's not really that far away. So Matic on its Bitcoin pair, well, it's finding a nice bottom right here. It looks like we had the bottom here already, here. So Matic is actually not that bad of a buy at this specific time. Although I think shorter term it can go down more than where it is right now. Nakamoto Games. This project is unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable. The hype is there. The community is so strong with Nakamoto Games. I once had an interview with, was it with a team member or an ambassador? I don't know. But these guys are so bullish about the project, and the things that they are building are like, yeah, they know how to do crypto gaming. And they want to make it really simple, really accessible, really addictive. And I think in crypto gaming, that's maybe even more important than having the best big AAA game out there, in my honest opinion. And it shows that, you know, Nakamoto was so extremely oversold, right? It came all the way from $8 down to 5 cents. Right, so it got completely wrecked. Yeah, and therefore you see a huge bounce as well. And it's still not over bouncing as it looks, right? I mean, we have a low, we have a higher low. We are now in the process of making a higher low, and we also making higher highs. So Nakamoto, really bullish. I must say that I expect a general crypto one last flush out for altcoins especially. And that would be the flush out where I will step into Nakamoto Games. I made a pretty nice trade out of it, out of this part, but I bought at 7 cents. So that was like really okay. But I don't have it anymore. I took my profits and I don't have it anymore, but I do want to have it for the long term. Next one is Fomo Forge. Now again, just with Chainlink, it looks like Fomo Forge is going sideways, right, on its dollar pair. But you can look at it like this. I know it's not the most beautiful line, but basically since October last year, it's been making lower highs, right? So if we make lower highs and, you know, put this shit like this, give or take, doesn't matter really, right? But this is now how Focal Forge is looking. And this is usually not such a bullish pattern. Also, it's under the bull market support band right now. Plus, Focal Forge on its Bitcoin pair is sitting here. So that just made a lower low, a new low, 2 weeks ago. Here you go. This was the low. So Focal Forge on its Bitcoin pair is getting wrecked at the moment. So Focal Forge, this might be such a project that you can make an easy 20x off. Why? Well, like I said in yesterday's video as well, not necessarily because I think Focal Forge will go to $60, right? That will be a new all-time high. But if you can catch it at, let's say, 150, yeah, then you only have to go to $30, right? And I think that $30, you know, that's hard, right? Don't get me wrong. That's not like, oh, $30 easy, but we can come close. And the lower we can get it, yeah, the bigger your profits are. Like I said yesterday as well, I mean, it's not all about, like when people say, I want to make a 20x, they only look at the exit price, while the entry price is just as important, basically, right? And the lower you can get it, the more profits you can make from something like that. Next one is Sidus. Let me take a look. Here's Sidus. Yeah. So Sidus is really a low cap gem. So they have Sidus. That's one coin, but they also have Senate. One is their governance coin. Senate, if I look at these tokenomics, I'll be like, I don't know really. If I look at Sidus, here we go. It's looking a little bit better, right? A little bit better, but yeah. But it's really low cap, right? And if you look where the market cap came from, excuse me, God fucking, what am I doing right here? If you look where it came from, the market cap is this max. Yeah, it came from $17 million, give or take, right? It's now sitting at 7, so it's not really down that hard. Right? It's not really down that hard. Although if you look at the price, and I don't know the exact market cap back here though, because if you look at this price, it was absolutely insane. All right. So I don't know exactly where it was, but it was probably higher than where it is right now. Okay. But it's not down that hard. It's being pretty stable, to be honest. And if I look at the current price, yeah, there was a lot of token investing, and that's now getting better and better and better. But Sidus never really had the chance to get above its bull market support band, except this fake out right here, and show what it can do, right? And with, I don't know, man. I think Sidus might be an explosive project, and yeah, same case, it goes to completely shit, right? It dies, it will never come back. Could happen. Who am I to tell you that, right? I don't know. But it's something that I'm watching at least. If I look at Sidus at its Bitcoin pair, I don't even know how accurate this chart is, to be honest, because this chart looks really weird to me. But overall, you can see that the trend is pretty much down. So we will get a beautiful entry. If it's now the time, I don't know. Next one, extremely micro cap as well, Synverse. All right, Synverse was Sin City before. And Synverse, let me show you. Synverse is really your high risk, high reward project, okay? It has a $1.6 million market cap, okay? 3.3 fully diluted. Now you have to know, huge hype, huge hype. A lot of people love it. It's still lower than my own coin, all right? So it's just like timing, right? It's like they have been out for a while already and building pretty hard and never really got the hype they're supposed to get. But I really love how it looks. It's yeah, kind of like it's kind of Grand Theft Auto style, right? And I think this will be very popular in crypto once crypto gaming has a good bull run. They have a lot of backers. Kucoin, Red Kite was released. Gate, what do I see? Bull Perks. it's quite of a big project and I really love it. And this is my moonshot, man. This is completely my moonshot. This could do 100x. It could definitely do 100x, but it can also definitely die. Right, so be a little careful with that kind of stuff. Also, if I look at the price chart, yeah, it looks like complete shit, right? I mean, buying right now is probably one of the most stupidest things that you can do. Why? Because or simfers, so far people are only losing money with it, right? Only losing money. So why would you buy? Right? And that's the thing with people. They feel like, oh yeah, no, just dollar cost, you'll be all right. What if you dollar cost it here? It's hard to get back, bro. And then what? Then you play it even. Come on, right? You want to see it really have a bottom range. And like here you could have thought like, oh, bottom range, right? I mean, January 2023, it was there and it was still there in May, right? So almost half a year and it still wasn't the bottom. So it's hard. But therefore the bull market support band is so important. You want to see a break above, retest and stay above, right? In this case we broke and fell right back in it again, and after that it got slapped down really hard. So not the best time to buy, but a really interesting project. Next one is I got a cough, I'm still sick. Oh yeah, lucky I paused the video, that was nasty. Next one is Solana. Solana, people hate Solana, people love Solana. I don't hate or love it, I just like Solana, man. You can say whatever you want, but Solana is freaking fast and freaking cheap. It's a good chain, right? It's a good chain. People be like, yeah, it's so centralized. Yeah, so what? Centralized shit doesn't get rocked, right? Come on, man. Well, not all the time, but usually, right? Solana is, I think it's a real good project, and it's showing some bullish momentum, finally. So far, it's the only coin in this complete list, including yesterday's video, that is above its bull market support band. If Solana can hold this, I don't know how low we go, right? I don't know, man. But, you know, these levels right here, yeah, we'll have to see. But you really want to make sure that this is not a fake out, right? And a fake out can last for months. All right, so now we are in the 3rd week. So really want to have a little patience with this. But on the other hand, to be a little bearish again, Solana on its Bitcoin pair, also looking a lot better right now, above the bull market support band, made a higher low finally, but it still did not manage to make a higher high, right? And Solana was the king of showing how a downwards trend looks like, right? We had a high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, had a low, lower low, lower low, low. So it was like really, Solana was really fucked up. But now finally, it at least confirmed a higher low. So the trend is changing, right? If you should now buy it after the last recent 70% pump, that's up to you. You know, maybe you should ignore all that and just DCA. Maybe you should wait a little bit for it to cool off. That's totally dependent on your strategy. But overall, I do think that Solana is a very good long-term hold, as the chain is just really good and a lot of people use it. A lot of people like it. So even if you do not like it, if it makes you money, it makes you money. Who gives a shit? Come on, be real. Don't be like, oh, it's centralized. I don't like that. Fuck that. If it makes you money, whatever. But Solana is one of the only coins that shows some bullish momentum right now so far. Next one is Superverse by Elliott Trades. And Superverse, I don't know what the fuck I did with my drawings right here. Let me get rid of that. Superverse, I like the project. I like how Elliott is really into the project. He's dedicated, he's building, he's working on it. He knows his shit. The game looks good. The NFTs, the imposters NFTs, it's all the ecosystem, right? It all really looks good. It just doesn't have, it didn't had its momentum. Its moment, like you say, like a normal person. And I think it will. I absolutely think it will. If you look at the dollar pair, again, you might say like, well, you know, if you look at it like this, you know, you can say that whatever the fuck, this is the bottom, the upper side of the range, give or take, and this is maybe the lower side of the range somewhere. Well, you can put it here, but you can basically put it here. You can say, well, it's ranging, right? On the other hand, if you look at the Bitcoin pair, it made a lower low last week, right? Last week was the lowest point you could have bought it. So it's still going down, and it's going down hard as well, right? I don't even know if you can put a pretty nice trend line over these drawings. Whatever. You'll see the trend, right? This is just the trend that it's been following. So as far as this trend, it's going to do this until it doesn't, right? But that's a problem. How do we know that when that stops? So, but why buy here if it can also get here, right? Is that strategic dollar costing, or is that FOMOing the fuck into a project like people did over here as well and lost that money? And don't come at me with that. You don't lose if you do not sell. You actually do. It's stupid. But yeah, no, Superverse, I really think that we can get a beautiful entry on this. And again, that's what I said yesterday as well. But I'm not bearish, right? I'm not bearish if I say that this goes down. I'm definitely not, because I like this project. And if you like a project, you want to have the most of these coins, right? And how to get the most of them? By getting them at the cheapest price, right? So therefore you also want it to go lower. Well, lucky for me, all these charts say down. So, okay, cool. I'm happy with that, right? So yeah, Superverse, bull market support band, still some trouble right here. It's now not even close to the bull market support band, right? If it even wants to test the bull market support band, it first has to go 30% up. So yeah, not looking too great at the moment yet. Next one, 2 more out of this list to go, and then I have 2 or 3 bonus coins, is Ultra. Now, Ultra, like people always say, it's the Steam of crypto. Yeah, it's true. Ultra is pretty cool. Ultra is pretty cool. I like what they do. The trend is very clear. We were going down, rejected, broke out, retest, oh, another retest, and now it finally, this trend is over. Does that mean it stopped going down? No, not necessarily. It can still go down like this, right? And use this line as support. But the line is going down, so the price can still go lower. However, I think Ultra can have a pretty decent bounce soon. Also, if I look at the stochastic RSI on the weekly, it's just been oversold for a long time. You see what happens every time when it's oversold for a long time. Last time, well, this time it happened, which was here, give or take, right? It bounced 100%. Last time was also oversold for a long time. It bounced 66%. And if you want to take it to the complete top, 140%. So yeah, might not be a bad move. However, there goes Fomotion again. Ultra Bitcoin, ultra bearish, right? I mean, made a lower low last week again. Now, this could be the bottom on the Bitcoin pair. Don't get me wrong, it could, right? It can always be. But yeah, this could have been it as well. This could have been as well. This could have been as well. So far, it's all not, right? So yeah, doesn't look that good to me. If you put it on Fibonacci candles to get a real better perspective, you just see the momentum, right? This is just a bullish, you know, the bullish period and the bearish period, and we are now pretty deep in the bearish period. So yeah. It came down like 2x on its Bitcoin pair in the last 3 months already. 2x. That's quite a lot. I mean, if you invested like 10K, you now have 5K because FOMO. So be a little careful, of course. But Ultra, very good long-term hold, in my opinion. That's for sure. Sorry, I have a real sore throat. It's fucking me up. Real good long-term hold, in my opinion, though. I really like what the project does. What it can do when it comes to returns, I don't know. Can it do a 10x? Yeah, probably can do a 10x, especially if you get it here, for example. Now, another one is VRA. VRA has the product, they have the hype, the community. Tokenomics, not so much. But then again, tokenomics, you know, in a bull market, nobody gives a shit about tokenomics. It's just what it is, right? And the bull market is coming closer and closer eventually. Now, VRA also struggles with its bull market support band. It's still, every time it gets there, it gets rejected. It looked like it was going to break above. Once it did, it had a very good pump, but still it did not sustain. We sustained for a while, but we did not have that decent pump, right? Like we saw over here, for example, here it bounces, but then it goes higher and higher, and it really climbs the bull market support band. Here it was more like just bouncing on it, right? Until it broke. You know, if you knock on a door, long enough, the door breaks. It's exactly what happened here. So, and now it's getting rejected. So I would like to see how far this goes down. If I look at its Bitcoin pair, then this is how it looks like. And it's just not really looking that good. If you ask me, this is not the most recent chart if I look at this, but no, on this Bitcoin pair, it's just sitting terribly low. So that was this is my DCA 2023 list. Now there are more coins that I have though, and one of them is, which I spoke quite a lot about, is Seedify, right? Seedify is, look, okay, this is funny because I mean, look at this chart, and then realize that this coin has made me most money this year of everything, right? And that's because of utility. Sometimes, like with Seedify, I don't buy this coin for it to do a 10x, although I think it will, but I buy this coin because I need this coin in order to participate in crypto pre-sales, right? Like I made a video about Sophiaverse. Got a lot of hate for it. Like, wow, you said you didn't buy altcoins and now you bought Sophiaverse. Yes, through Seedify, a launchpad with a refund policy. I talked a lot about Seedify on this channel. Don't act like you don't know, sir. So, therefore, I don't give a shit about any type of market. I will always be in Seedify. Same goes, for example, for Engine Starter. Right? These are coins that I feel like, fuck the price. If I wanted to get lower, I want to get more of it so I can get a higher allocation in these pre-sales, right? Because now again, Sophiaverse did a 7x. It went all the way to 10 even, right? I invested a certain amount of money, but if I had a higher tier, I could have had a higher allocation. I would have made more money. Technically, Engine Starter still getting rejected like a ugly fat old lady right there by its bull market support band right now, but it was bullish for a long time though. And it looked bullish. This was a tricky one, right? It broke above its bull market support band, had a bounce, and it was really climbing, especially this point where you had this wick down. Bull market support band got it perfectly. Look, it's like prime example of how it works, right? So you would have thought like, okay, this is one that you have to buy. And then what happens? It still broke down below. So that was a fucked up one. Yeah, if we look at that like Seedify is not even close to its bull market support band. And it's also because, look, Seedify is paired with BNB. And yeah, if we look how BNB is not looking so good at the moment, but Seedify is also going down against BNB, right? And it's getting tricky, by the way. Now I look at this chart, it's getting really freaking tricky right here. Okay, because this is the support line. This yellow line is the support line. I can even for Seedify BNB, right? We had resistance here. We had a little shit going on right here, but basically for the complete year, this was support. But ever since the bear market started, this was resistance. And now these two come together. And I'm really curious which is going to win. I'm really curious. Next week can still be here. The week after that can still be here. But after that, it's, prime time. And maybe it just does this. Could be. But usually after something like that, we'll have to see. I'm curious to see how that's going to do. But Seedify really has to win from BNB right now because BNB is not looking good. And if that goes down while Seedify is paired with BNB, then Seedify could crash hard. And like hard. It's now 77 cents. It can go to 20, right? It's easy. But if you believe in such a project, then that should be perfect. Then you should be happy with that, with such an opportunity. So that's something that I'm looking at. Yeah, and I'm looking at other stuff as well. Like, for example, looking at Delysium, right? The price is, of course, going down now because people bought notes and they get their money daily. And everybody that bought a note with me in the beginning, they made a killer right here because you already got coins for holding the note. And when the coin finally came out, you could have sold it for thousands of dollars. I made a killer amount of it. And still the tokens that I got daily right here and here and here and here and still here, it makes me a lot of money. But that's the recipe together with a bear market for a price chart to go down, right? So it's not necessarily that I would be buying off of the open market right now. Is there more that I haven't talked about? Same with Myria, by the way. Myria just had a pretty decent pump, but overall, Myria, you know, also a lot of node rewards out there, hard vesting, be careful. Yeah, and some projects out of the Launchpad vestings, so projects that are participated in through CDFI and all of that. Sophiaverse, yeah, beautiful. If you put it on the hour chart, you can see how beautifully it's climbing up. It came from 3 cents, went all the way to 27. Now it's sitting at 21. You know, this is a tricky one, right? Like, tokens will get vested over the coming 3 years. So it's not that hard of an unlock, really. Plus, that period is in a bull market. At least that's my expectation, that we'll see a bull market within now in 3 years. So that's a very good reason for me not to be too bearish on Sophiaverse. Plus, the team is killer. And this is by far the crypto project with the most hype ever before it was even crypto. Look up Sophia the Robot on YouTube. It has more views than all your favorite crypto influencers together. So it finally came to crypto, and this could do amazing. It could do amazing. Hypercycle, same story, also by the Singularity team. Had a pump, and it stays there. It's incredible. DexCheck. Lately, they're just projects coming out. They pump, they find a middle way, and they just stay there, right? And that's beautiful as we get these tokens vested. To now buy them from the open market, well, Sophiaverse I probably will. For the rest, I want to see how it goes. That's it for now, guys. Sorry, I'm too sick to make this video for the rest. So please give it a like, push it a little bit into YouTube's algorithm so 2 more people can find my content. So I have like 3 cents of AdSense money so I can FOMO into this shit. I see you guys soon.